Carl Barks, an interior page from Uncle Scrooge from the 60s. This isn't an early 40s page. There's very little surviving artwork by Carl Barks. This is what we call a twice-up size to the page. And what you're seeing here is the inked finished page. This is what Carl would turn into Western color in California. They would shoot the negative off of this art, and then they would print a small photostat or a silver print, which would then be hand colored for the engraver, for the printer. So the process where people create comics, this is the beginning. This is where they draw it and ink it. And it's then shot. It goes through a series of steps before the comic book is printed. Carl worked anonymously for 3 or 4 decades. No one knew his name. They just knew that he was the guy who did the Good Duck stories, and they ended up calling him the Good Duck Artist. By the time he was discovered in the 60s by a few fans, his fame began to grow. Because of the nature of the way he told stories, because he took children's contexts and put them into really interesting, long travels that familiarize kids with geography and history, he's really revered today as a storyteller. This is just a good example. The page that's below me is called a splash page. The splash page is the lead-in page to a story.